us what you
So my experience of what happened is we have a little podium right out front of the glass over there, and so I was just standing over there with a couple of my buddies. We were deciding what we were going to do for the rest of the night, clean up, the shop and everything. One of the service advisors had opened up the door to go back inside the shop, and he turned around, looked at us, and he said, "Run, there's a shooter." And so I directly ran over there to the field. Instead of running this way or anything like that, I was concerned that the shooter was obviously might try to shoot us outside right out front of the glass. So at least I knew over there I'd have cover. I ran over there to the field to like the mushroom farm or whatever that facility is, and my mom came and picked me up a little bit later. But for the motive part of it and like the people that were involved, from my understanding, there's 3 people involved: the shooter and the 2 victims that were shot. 2 victims that were shot, from my understanding, just a reminder, I'm not confirming this information is accurate and correct, was a gentleman named Xavier who worked in the parts department. He was a manager of the parts department, and then there was a gentleman named Brian that was also shot, and he was one of the other managers as well. So from my understanding is that the suspect, his name was Steve. I didn't really have a lot of communication with him, but just passed by here and there, said hi as friendly coworkers. He was apparently fired today, or someone from the dealership was fired today, and came back and apparently just shot the 2 managers who obviously would have fired him.
Why? Okay, so he worked directly under those 2 managers then?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And they were managers, what? Service, parts?
Yeah, service. This is all service and parts right there. So nothing to do with sales. So.
And did you know the suspect? How did you know the suspect? Did you what can you tell us about the suspect?
Like personal?
Yeah.
Personal individual. He seemed to be a very humble individual. Didn't really have any, picks with anybody. Never really started fights. Just kind of minded his own business. He was very humble. Self, kind of person.
Kept to himself.
Yeah. Kept to himself basically.
You said he worked here for 10, 20 years or something like
that? No. I've only worked here for a year, and he's been here longer than I have. I mean, he could have been here for a very much longer time.
Do you know why maybe he was let go, allegedly?
I have no idea. Generally, the managers like to keep that kind of information closed, not to just, go around exposing,
What do we know about the managers? Age, family, anything like that? Young guys?
Yes. From what I understand, one of the gentlemen that was shot, Xavier, does have a family, he does have kids. Like I was telling them over there, unfortunately, these kids have to, go about life now without a father. Brian, I didn't know too much about his personal life. I'm not sure if he was a father or, anything like that, but...
Do you have a rough age of Brian and Xavier? How old they might be, roughly?
50s. Both in their 50s.
50s?
Yeah.
And you never saw the shooter, though?
No, I didn't. The glass is tinted right there, and I wasn't concerned about looking into there. I was concerned about just running.
Right. You could hear the shooting, the firing, the gunshots?
I didn't personally hear it. I honestly think it was a small arms, gun that was in there, probably like a 22 or like a 9mm or something, because I didn't hear it outside, but my buddy said he did hear pops.
What's your manager, what is the company telling you now to do? Are you guys going to be open tomorrow? What's up?
I have no idea. I haven't had any contact with any of my managers or anything like that. I'm sure they're shook up themselves. These were very close people. We were all friendly inside the dealership. Nobody really hated each other, which is why I'm really surprised this happened. No fumes up or anything like that. So
everybody got along really well.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody was all very friendly with each other, and it wasn't such a big, deal. I didn't see anything like this coming. So.